For the set, we are finding how we're moving in the sequence. So what I mean by that is, how are we moving from 3 to 8, from 8 to 13, 13 to 18? What are we doing in order to make that move? And we can see that if I add 5, I can go from 3 to 8. And if I add 5 to 8, I can get to 13. So each time I'm adding 5. Once you find that number that you're adding, you want to write that. That's what the common difference is. So you'll come over to the common difference and say, I'm adding 5. And then once you figure that out, you come back here and you're just going to keep adding 5. So 23 plus 5 is 28. And then 33, I'm just adding 5 every time. And then 38. The recursive function, that's a way of saying, how do I move from where I am now? How do I get to where I'm going? And the way that we're going to do that, it's going to look a little weird. Take a deep breath. It's okay. We can do this. You're going to say f of n, and f of n is a way of saying, this is what I want right now. We're going to say, if I look at the one before f of n, so n minus 1, which was right before n, I can add 5 to it. And that's how you say, this is where I am. This is where I am. So I look at where I was before and I add 5. F of n is what you're looking at now. F of n minus 1 is what you were looking at before. But in order to write like that, we also need to know, where did we start? Where did we start this whole thing? So we're going to say, at f of 1, so right at the beginning, my first place, I started at 3. Now, to go to the explicit function, we're going to still say f of n, because we're saying, what do I want right now? What do I need to know? F of n is a way to say, what do I need to know right now? For that one, what I want you to do, where did we start? If you go back over here, we can see that we started at 3. So we want to use that 3 in our explicit function and say, I started at 3, but then I'm adding 5 every time. How many times am I adding 5? Well, I'm adding it just one less than however many I've gone. So if I've counted 5 times, if we've moved 5 times in the sequence, we would say it's 5 times 4, because we've added that 5 4 different times.